What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the Neighborhood Podcast. I'm one of the co-hosts of the podcast. My name is Kyle Dabra.
What's going on, everybody? You know what it is. You know who I am. Kevin Valentin, your other co-host. What's going on, Kyle?
Well, we're about to dive into a little bit of the matchup between the Clippers and the Mavericks. So if you guys don't know at this point, the Mavericks are up 2-0 in the series after they won back-to-back road games in LA against the Clippers. And they've looked absolutely sensational in the first two games of this series. But I'm not the Mavs fan here. I'm going to basically take a step back. I'm going to let Kevin take it from here, but I will ask him this. Kev, just give me your overall feeling about this series so far as a Mavs fan.
As a Mavs fan, it's incredible. Knowing what happened last year, knowing how everything went down last year in the bubble, the injury to Kristaps Porzingis in Game 3, it kind of took the air out of the sail, and it seemed like everything was going wrong. I mean, Kawhi Leonard was doing his thing. Pandemic P was a non-factor at that point in time, but we just could not keep up with them, both scoring and defensively. We just, everything we tried, all methods, all ways to stop Kawhi. Luka was doing pretty much everything on his own. We didn't really have much from the supporting cast, and it was hard last year. You know what I'm saying? To swallow that pill, to losing 6, knowing that we very well could have beat them if we were all healthy. Luka's ankle being turned, KP being out and whatnot, like I said. So this year being kind of a redemption year, the whole narrative of the Clippers tanking, Kyle and I had already discussed in a previous episode that he does not believe that they did. I disagree. But, as a Mavericks fan, I felt disrespected when I read that article or when I heard Shannon Sharp say that. So to know that the Mavericks are now 2 games up on the Clippers, we stole both games in LA, it puts me in a mindset that I need to calm myself down from, because I know that that's not objectively correct as an analyst like we want to be. As a podcast, we have to be objective. But as a Mavs fan, fuck everything, bro. We out here, bro. Kawhi Leonard, 41 points. Nobody gives a shit. Pandemic P, 28 points. Nobody fucking gives a shit. You feel me? We're just out here and we're just hooping, bro. We are just out here disrespecting them on their own court. Luka Doncic has a total vertical of maybe 4 fucking inches, and he put it on Marcus Morris, bro. Hold that bag, boy. Hold the fucking bag. On that man's head. You feel me? No call, by the way. There was no foul. Meanwhile, he obviously got hit. Nor here nor there. Everybody on this team is just producing. Jalen Brunson's playing well. Josh Richardson's giving us good minutes. Tim Hardaway Jr. is an absolute fucking flamethrower from downtown. Maxi Kleber sort of made up for, the getting dunked on. He had 13 points in the first quarter, so that was kind of nice. I just really can't say anything. Kristaps had 20. I mean, he played a little bit better than he did the last game, but still, I need him to do better on the on the rebounding aspects, because he's 7-3 and he had 4 rebounds. He has 12 rebounds in 2 games. You're 7-3. I'm gonna need you to step it up. I'm gonna need you to get some boards, because there's no reason why you shouldn't be getting it. We're on a roll. We have the potential to go into Dallas and take these next 2 games at home and sweep Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Sweep them right the fuck out of the America Airlines Center. And I could not be happier. I could not be more hyped. So to everybody that talk that shit, I want y'all to talk that shit right now in the comments. I want y'all to go and slap up some stupidity, and I'm going to come firing right back at you. I'm not saying we're going to sweep. Hell, I'm not even saying we're going to win the series. But I got every right to be hyped as shit and be confident in this team to go further in this postseason, because shit, I know nobody thought the Dallas Mavericks was going to do this and beat the Clippers at home 2 times in a row. And I know Kyle was one of those people. High key, I wasn't one of those. I was one of those people too. I thought we'd get one. I didn't expect both. But we here, and this is what we do. So you let me know who want to smoke, because all Mavs fans around the world are ready for it. It's our time. That iconic picture that is going to become iconic with Dirk in the background and Luka going like this. That's going to be a fucking picture for the history books, because we all know that Dirk passed the torch. This is Luka Doncic's team. Luka's 22, and he's cooking these boys. Imagine in 2-3 years, the league's going to be his, bro. I don't want to hear nothing about this Giannis bullshit. This kid's doing it as a fucking baby from day one, 19, out of Slovenia, out of fucking Spain. And he's getting better every year. Just wait till he gets that fucking jump shot better, bro. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. That's all I got to say for now.
You sure?
For now.
Okay. I'm going to quote Kobe here. Do you remember when they were up 2-0?
Top not finish.
Yep.
Job not finished. I
Job's not
know.
finished. Job's
That's
not
what I
finished.
said. I said we're not gonna win. I said it's not over, but I'm excited. I'm happy. The last time we were up 2-0 in a series was right here. You feel me? Was right here. You see this hat? Y'all want to see this hat? A little closer look. Y'all see that? JJ Barea signed that hat right there. You feel me? One of my favorite Mavericks of all time, one of my favorite players ever. Puerto Rican too, so that a little homage right there, you feel me? Best player to ever come off the island. So yes, I am very excited because the last time we did this, we were in a fucking phenomenal place in history and we got our first championship. So again, I understand the realism behind the series. I don't think we're gonna sweep, let alone win. But right now, based off of the last two games, I'm in a good place. And I think we have the means, the firepower, and the team to go and beat them. Because if the only people we got to worry about is Paul George and Kawhi Leonard literally trying to combine to score 100, I'm not worried. Because nobody else on that team is doing anything important.
That's why I asked for sure, because I knew you had a lot more in the chamber before I started going. To be honest with you, the way that I look at this series, even though that by and large that this Clippers team is still fairly intact from last season, granted you had a couple players move here and there. I know Montrezl Harrell, he switched locker rooms to go to the Lakers. But when I look at this team with the Clippers, it's not the same. I don't know what it is. I think when you look at the head coaching change from Doc Rivers to Tyronn Lue,
That's what it is.
Had a huge impact on this team. And to be honest with you, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George have been playing outstanding basketball. And in game 2, like you said, Kawhi dropped 41, Paul George dropped damn near 30. But when I look down the rest of this roster, outside of Reggie Jackson, who came off the bench, you have a bunch of no-shows. Rondo, he scored 4 points on 2 or 3 shooting. Serge Ibaka, he scored 2 points. Nicholas Batum,
6 minutes.
He scored 9 points. And then when you look at the rest of the starting lineup, outside of Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, they managed to only score 14 points between Marcus Morris, Zubac, and Patrick Beverley. It's not going to get it done. And they're damn near giving up 130 points in the process and allowing Luka to drop 40, essentially, letting Tim Hardaway Jr. damn near get 30. And Kristaps had a pretty efficient night. I think he was 8 of 12 shooting, and he scored 20 points. So, I know Dorian Finney-Smith didn't necessarily have the best night, but when you got Luka, Kristaps, and Tim Hardaway Jr. putting up major points across the board on that supposed defense that the Clippers have, with Kawhi and Paul George being some of the best defenders in the league, it's concerning for the Clippers. And I'm not even a Clippers fan, but the way that I look at this series, I think it's over. I fully believe that, just because they haven't really found a way to stop Luka yet. And Kawhi, I thought, was actually playing decent defense.
He was. He really was.
But Luka he has that step back down. And he has a nice little step back fadeaway. I saw one of his shots in the highlights where he just kind of shot like a rainbow step
over
back.
Him.
It was money, bro.
Chill, bro. That was just Dirk Nowitzki-esque right there, bro.
Yeah, I've even seen Kobe kind of hit that shot before, but I know he definitely got influence from Dirk on that shot. So if Luka's knocking down those shots and Kawhi's playing pretty solid defense, you put that team in an environment going home up 2-0 in Dallas with the chance to potentially sweep the Clippers. Granted, I don't think it's going to happen, but there's a real shot for it to happen. So I think when I look at this series from here on out, I think the Clippers and the Mavs are going to split in Dallas. I'm of the mindset that I think the Clippers are going to win game 3, because I think they got to go balls to the wall to try to salvage the series. Because if they go down 3-0, it's over. They have to put everything in this game.
100%.
It's
100%.
over if they go down 3-0. Now, if they get it to 2-1, now the pressure's back on the Mavs. There's pressure on the Mavs to get that game 4, because if the Clippers somehow manage to win both those games back to back on the road,
to go
that
home,
game 5 is going to be insane. But they have given me no reason to really think think of that at this point just because Luka's cooking. And Luka, when I look at just the entire field of playoff players right now, Luka's number one. And I think it's by a substantial margin.
It's not even close.
This dude is cooking. I just don't know really what the Clippers can get from here. They have to win this third game because if they don't, it's over. And I know I mentioned it in one of our segments on one of our episodes this week. Get the memes ready, because if you think that people were going to troll the Clippers the way that they did last year, wait until this happens. If they get bounced out of the first round into the playoffs, and just imagine, I'm just saying hypothetically here, if they get swept, Twitter's going to go.
Everyone's going to have to block me on Twitter. Everyone's going to have to mute me. Everyone's going to have to unfollow me. I don't want to hear it. If we fucking sweep Kawhi Leonard, you will never hear the end of it. We could lose the next round embarrassingly. Don't give a fuck. Obviously, I don't want it. But if we fucking sweep the Clippers, I'm putting everyone on notice. If y'all don't watch this fucking segment, y'all don't watch our YouTube or anything like that, it's on your head. I don't want to hear shit. I got every right to talk that shit. Sorry.
Job's not done, though.
Job's not done. 100%. No shot.
But it's like I said, I think the Clippers are going to be aggressive in this game 3. They have to be. And they're going to ramp up the defensive pressure on Luka, and they're going to force him to pass it to somebody else and let either Kristaps, Tim Hardaway Jr., or potentially Dorian Finney-Smith to make some plays and beat them. And when I look at the Clippers here, the Clippers are going to have to get better production from their bench. Their bench has been absolutely abysmal. So you have to get Rondo involved. You're going to have to get Reggie Jackson to possibly do what he did in game 2, but probably step it up even another notch. Maybe get closer to 18, 20 points from him in game 3. And Kawhi and Paul George, they need to be on. Because if they struggle in game 3, wrap this up, it's over. But with that said, that'll just wrap up the video. We just wanted to take the time for this video to just talk about the Clippers and the Mavericks series. So if you guys like this video, please like, comment. If you guys want to, please subscribe to the channel, support us in any way, shape, or form. We definitely appreciate it. And we will see you guys later.